Folks, welcome back to Dragon Quest XI, and we're going to continue on today in the city of Sniflheim. So we've gone ahead and, had a few bits of interesting information as far as the story is concerned. It seems that things aren't all as they seem, so what we're going to go ahead and do now is make our way back to the magic door here, which we've already unlocked, of course, and go and speak to the Queen again. So we spoke to her previously. She told us about the Witch of the Hexwood. But now we're starting to get a little bit suspicious, perhaps, as to why she's the only one that hasn't been frozen. And when we went to the Royal Library previously, we discovered that she actually had access to one of the books that was classed as one of the forbidden books as well. So what's all that about? Well, let's just try and probe her and see if we can get some answers here. Find out what's really going on, as they say.
You're safe. I was so awfully worried about you. I didn't sleep a wink.
You can drop the act now, Your Majesty.
What?
The burn you got when I hit you with my fireball! You're not the Queen at all! You're the witch!
Oh, dearie me. It seems my secret's out.
What in the... Her Majesty was Krystalinda all along.
Thank you so much for taking care of that pesky power plunderer for me. Now I'm bursting with energy again, just like old times. And I believe we have some unfinished business. The heroic Sir Hendrik may have escaped my icy embrace, but you won't get away so easily.
I know the spell to seal her away again, but it won't work while she's at full strength. If you can weaken her, I'll see what I can do.
Okay, so here we go with our next boss fight then. This is Krystalinda. And yeah, as you can imagine, this is a boss that's going to be using a substantial amount of ice-based attacks. So let's go ahead first of all and sort out our lineup. I'm going to go ahead and replace Eric here. So Fuzz and Jade are going to be our main damage dealers. We're going to replace Eric with Veronica. And I'm thinking I'm going to replace temporarily Sylvando, who has Hustle Dance, so he's very useful. I'm going to replace him for the moment with Serena. I'm going to test out the ability that reduces ice damage that Serena has. Can't think what it's called off the top of my head, but we'll have a look at that in a moment. So we'll bring those in, and then we'll go ahead, just make sure that everybody's set to follow orders. And we'll go ahead and confirm. Now this boss is likely to be able to have 2 attacks per turn. So just be prepared to make sure that you're staying topped up on health and what have you. Obviously, you don't want to be taking too much damage if you're low on health. And also worth mentioning, she has 1800 hit points. So it can take quite a few rounds in order to go ahead and kill this one. Right, so I recommend with Jade that you unleash multi-thrust. Quite a powerful ability, especially on single target. So obviously as we start to debuff the boss here and buff Jade up, then that's going to improve things further as well. So just bear that in mind. Right then, if you've got Magic Barrier, then you might want to go ahead and think of casting that. Okay, so let's just go ahead and do so first. As I said, this boss is going to be hitting us with a substantial amount of ice-based abilities. We can also get frozen in place on a per character basis, which is a bit annoying. But we'll look at that when, it comes to it. Right then, so who'll be on now? Fuzz. So for Fuzz, I think we'll go ahead and just basically unleash attacks like Unbridled Blade, which is pretty much our go-to damaging ability for Fuzz. It's very nasty indeed. Almost 300 points of damage, even when the party member isn't buffed. So there you have that snowman ability which I mentioned that freezes somebody in place. Not particularly pleasant. And now that Veronica has buffed with the magic shell ability, or magic barrier rather, the next thing I'm going to recommend is sap on the boss, since that'll buff both the physical damage dealers here in effect. And then we can start buffing those up as well. And this snowman effect, look at that, an extra 80 points of damage or thereabouts. This snowman effect will wear off eventually, but not immediately. There we go. Right, so Serena now is going to cast, let's have a look. If we go to abilities, this is it. There we go, Hymn of Ice. And that will also affect everybody as well. So that's going to help out a lot, I hope. And once we've done that, we can go ahead and replace Serena for now. Unfortunately, those abilities don't guard against the snowman attack. Okay, now our accuracy's been reduced, which is a little bit annoying, but hey, what can you do? Right then, so Oompful significantly raises the attack of a single party member. We'll start that on Fuzz, I think, since I believe he'll be the next to attack anyway. Although there's every opportunity for this to miss, unfortunately, now, due to the low accuracy rating. Look at that, 600 points of damage just shy of. That was insane. And I didn't even need to do any healing whatsoever. So was that a crit at the end? I couldn't quite tell, or was that just a combination of all the buffs and debuffs we had going? Oh, that was beautiful. I liked that.
Told you I was tough.
And I was only planning on using Serena temporarily, but that was awesome. And look, we get some levels as well. Wow, I've got a lot of skill points to go through here. And a new pep ability as well. The Dirge of Dundrasil for Fuzz and Rab. And more levels. Very good, very good. Yeah, need to go through all these spells, or new abilities rather. New skills, that's what I meant to say. But I won't do that now. Let's see what happens at this point, shall we?
Now, Snorri, use the sealing spell.
Okay, here goes. Pella, Mella, Fell and Feller. Fabula Ferocious.
No. Stop it. Please, anything but that.
Helter, Skelter, Bind and Belter. Anima Atrocious. Liber. Claustra, Kabbalistic. Hex. I wonder how this word is pronounced.
Snorri! What kind of scholar are you? Pull yourself together!
Yes, I remember now. Liber Claustra Kabbalistic Hex Bealidosus!
No, please forgive me. I'll do anything. I'll change my ways, I promise.
Look! The ice! It's melting! Where am I?
Your Majesty, is it really you?
Oh, yes. I remember now. The witch trapped me in that book and pretended to be me, didn't she?
Thank goodness. For a moment there, I was worried the ordeal might have muddled your memory. Fear not, Your Majesty. The witch is sealed away once more.
Your Majesty, we've been searching for you everywhere. Please, you must come back to the castle. The Chancellor is beside himself with worry.
Thank you so much for saving my kingdom. I must see to it that you are justly rewarded. You need the blue orb, don't you? I heard you talking about it from inside the book. Come. As for the grimoire, Snorri, why not give it to me?
Hold on a minute, Your Majesty. I don't think you understand just how dangerous that book is. You should let us take care of it.
Yes, of course.
Yes! Another orb to add to the collection. Come on, let's go to the castle and get our reward. Here, I'll let you keep hold of this.
Okay, so it looks like we've saved the city, and Sniflheim is no longer a frozen wasteland, but everybody is free. How cool. Even the Queen, the true Queen this time. So you can go ahead and save if you want to, now that everything's become available. But there's actually just a little bit more story we can undertake, so I'm just going to go straight on ahead and do that. And so we're going to head towards the castle here.
What was that, Serena? Did you say something?
No, I didn't say anything at all. Why? Did you hear something?
I thought so, but... well, never mind. It must have just been my imagination. Come on, let's go.
And there's just a couple of items that we can grab as well from the castle, so we'll go ahead and nab those. And it's not going to be much longer now, guys, until we get our final blue orb and can finally make our way to Idris Hill. Yep, one of the orbs must be nearby indeed. And we're going to start by heading over to the room to the left-hand side, to the west. And this looks to be some kind of bedchamber. I mean, the fact that it says it's the Queen's bedchamber kind of gives that away, I guess. And if we go ahead and search this wardrobe over here, then we'll get a nobleman's knife. And there's nothing else to do in here. You can read a book off the bookcase if you want to, but there's no recipe in it. We're going to head over to the eastern side of the internal part of the castle there. So bring us to a lift. And so this will take us down. And what we can do now is just check on the map. Yep. So you can see there's a locked area which we're not going to access right at this moment. But we can go ahead and open the door. And inside here, a little bit more loot we can get. A couple of barrels we can break. One of which should contain an item. A file of Luminaria. And if we head south then towards that locked door, I'm looking for some pots actually. Just check around here. Oh no, yeah, we can access this bit, it's the bit in the middle we can't access. Okay, so there's treasure chests there that we can't get, but there's also treasure that we can get. So, Savvy Sapphire, and also some pots as well. Right, mini medal, definitely want to get that thing, and I believe there's a seed of sorcery around here as well somewhere. Might be in this pot actually. Okay, panacea there. Let's just check around here, make sure we haven't missed anything at all. Right, more pots. Yeah, some of these can be nicely hidden, can't they? There we go, there's that seed of sorcery. Okay, so obviously, as I say, we can't access that central part of the room at the moment, so we're going to head back towards the lift at this point and make our way back up. We'll come back for that later, don't worry. Alright then guys, well that's all of the items we can grab for now. So let's go ahead and enter the throne room, which, as you can imagine, as it always is to the north. And looks like the cutscene's going to commence automatically before we even get there.
You fool!
Oh, yeah? Well, if I'm a fool, then what are you?
What's the matter with you, Veronica? I didn't say anything.
Yes, you did. Didn't you? Something funny's going on around here. Let's get in and see the Queen before anything else strange happens.
Don't let her take you for a fool. It's not who she claims to.
Interesting stuff, interesting stuff. Now we can actually head inside, see what's going on here, shall we? Don't need to chat to you, but we can do. Okay, let's head up the stairs.
Ah, excellent. You came. Let me present to you the blue orb of Sniflheim. If you will just come a little closer.
Huh? Huh?
Please, stop!
It's the book. The voice is coming from the book.
Please, you have to listen to me. I am the real Frisabel. The woman in front of you is the witch. What? Ridiculous. She's the witch, not me. Don't believe her lies.
Trick us once, shame on you. Trick us twice, shame on us. You might not like being trapped in there again, but you'll just have to get used to it.
No, you're wrong. The spell didn't work because Snorri paused in the middle of it. You have to believe me. She's lying. The wicked witch is trying to trick you again. You have to believe me.
Everybody, calm down. I have been Her Majesty's tutor for 10 years. If anyone can tell the real queen from the impostor, it is me. I will ask one question to both of you. Whoever answers it correctly is the real Queen Frisabel. Here is the question. What is the true treasure of Sniflheim? The real Frisabel would remember her father's teachings well.
That's easy. The true treasure of Sniflheim is clearly the blue orb. What else could it be but something so valuable?
The orb, you say? Very well, very well. Now then, what is your answer?
The true treasure of Sniflheim is its people. Though the bleakest blizzards assail them, ever do they warm these frigid climes with their ardent hearts.
Precisely! The very words the royal family have passed down through the generations. The real Queen Frisabel is the one in the book.
No! She's a liar, you fools! You imbeciles! Can't you see? Curse you!
Oh, yes. Very queenly.
Fine. You caught me out again. I surrender. I surrender.
Ugh. I wait all that time to get my powers back, and you make me waste every last drop on escaping that wretched book again. My magic is spent. My life is yours. Boil me in a cauldron, burn me at the stake. Just get it over with.
Men, take her to the dungeon.
Wait!
Your Majesty, what are you doing?
Right, okay. So, let's go and speak to the Queen. See what's going on still.
Queen Frisabel, please, step away from her. She says she has lost her powers, but how can we know for sure? She is a witch. It is in her nature to lie.
Everyone, listen to me. It is true that Krystalinda did something unforgivable when she froze the city. But we spoke from time to time when she held me captive. She listened to me. She even helped me to understand what it is to be queen. Hers is not a bad heart. And the time I spent in the book, it gave me the chance to think, to ready myself to truly rule at last. Please, I believe her when she says her powers are spent. She's not a threat to us any longer. We must let her live.
She seems convinced, Snorri. Why not give Krystalinda one last chance?
Very well. You are the ruler of this kingdom, Your Majesty. If that is your decision, we will gladly follow it.
Must you be so nicey, Frisabel? You're making me look bad.
Krystalinda, there's something I still don't understand. Why did you freeze Sniflheim in the first place?
Oh, that was a favor for a friend. The splendid specimen who released me from the grimoire. As you know, I was trapped in that dusty, fusty library for a horribly long time. Oh, it was so boring. Then, 3 months ago, he appeared. He took down my book from the shelf and spoke to me.
I will release you from your prison, but you must do something for me in return.
For a beautiful boy like you, anything. Free me and I am yours forevermore. What is your desire, my pretty?
You must freeze Sniflheim. When you do, a great hero will be sent to save the city. One who wears the same pendant as I. His name is Hendrik, and when he arrives, I would like you to kill him.
So I did as he asked. And when the great hero arrived, I decided to have him run a little errand for me before I disposed of him. to slay a mighty beast that just happened to have stolen my powers. And, well, the rest you know.
The same pendant as Sir Henry, eh? And what was this handsome young fellow's name, might I ask?
His name? Oh, I haven't a clue. He disappeared after he freed me, and I haven't seen him since. It's a shame. He was such a pretty little thing.
Thank you once again for all you have done for me and my kingdom. The orb is yours to do with as you see fit.
And there we have it then, folks. The final orb that we needed is now in our possession. Whoop-de-doo-dah. We've got it at last.
But your majesty, isn't the orb one of your kingdom's most precious treasures? Are you sure you don't mind us taking it?
Of course. As my father always said, the true treasure of this kingdom is its people. And if not for you, they may well have been frozen forever.
Well, if you insist. Best of luck with all your royal duties. And try not to let the pressure get to you, okay?
Oh, don't worry about that, little girl. Frisabel will be just fine. I plan to take very good care of her.
Quite a strange ending then for the story of Sniflheim, but there we go. And the rainbow starts to grow brighter than ever before. Yep, indeed, we can finally set out towards Yggdrasil. How exciting. So that's pretty much a decent milestone as far as the story is concerned. We've got all the orbs, and that has been a substantial part of our adventure this far, hasn't it? So we can go ahead now and basically leave the castle. In fact, if we go out the main entrance of Sniflheim, then we'll meet up with Eric. And that will just precede the next part of the story. So let's just go ahead and do that. I know the episode's starting to go on a bit, but if we can get all this done, then we can move on from here then, can't we? In the next episode. Right, here's Eric waiting for us.
What are you doing, loitering by the docks, Eric?
None of your business. So, did you get the orb or what?
We did. And all because I can spot a phony a mile off. You can thank me later.
Huh? What's wrong, Rab?
Oh, it's nothing, lassie. I just can't stop wondering who the handsome young fellow that put Krystalinda up to all this might be.
He'd have to be very important indeed to have the same pendant as the mighty Sir Hendrik. You don't think it could have been Mordigan himself, do you?
I wish I knew, Serena. Really, I do. Well, standing around here guessing won't do us any good. We've a tree of life to be getting to. Come on, you horrible lot. This adventure isn't over yet. Onward to Yggdrasil! Oh! Griffins! How did that get there?
Ooh, is this what you were so engrossed in back at the library, Rab? I thought you said it was a spell book.
Another one to add to the collection, eh? And there I was thinking you'd finally got over your little obsession.
Sir Rab, you have been caught red-handed and red-faced.
And after you'd just done your rousing speech, too. Talk about mortifying.
I was not expecting that.
But wait, you don't understand. I only read them for the articles.
Honestly. You've got to admit that Japanese role-playing games, they do have a certain style to them, don't they? And just when you think, you know, you're in the serious moment,
The articles,
you get reminded what kind of game you're playing. Alright then, folks. Well, we should be free again now to run around, do what we want to do. And we've completed the Sniflheim story. We get our trophy there, Icebreaker, for completing this chapter. So we can go ahead and explore the city, but I'm going to go and finish up now. So thanks for joining me today, folks. And we'll pick up next time. We're going to get the final crossbow target. A couple of people messaged me about that. We couldn't get it before in the first area outside the city, but now we can. So that'll complete the crossbow targets for the region as well. Thanks a lot for stopping by today, guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time for more Dragon Quest XI. Goodbye.